Okay, it's Peter here, guys, and in this video we're going to talk about and look at a global currency reset situation, and also the part that financial derivatives might play in some sort of financial reset, a currency reset, whatever you want to call it. The search data for these two terms is quite incredible. The search data for global currency reset here in Australia is 170 a month, but over in the US it's nearly 2,000. All right, and the search figures for financial derivatives here in Australia is like 1,000 a month, and in the US it's 6,500. Okay, and so obviously these things are on the minds and concerns of many people, and recent events has accentuated or even confirmed what this is all about. So recently, as you can see here, on March the 30th, it's only a handful of days ago, there was a news report in the US about billions of dollars worth of secret derivatives at the center of Archegos blow-up. Yeah, this is a news article, a news video, where the Wall Street banks, several Wall Street banks administrators or the CEOs, etc., were summoned by the regulators. Okay, in other words, the SEC wants to have a chat to them. Now, when that sort of thing starts happening, it's pretty serious. And this particular one here was about this guy. His name is Bill Wang, and he had like a private family institution or investment body. It was called Archegos Capital Management. It's a family office, they call it. And as such, it went under the radar of the regulators. It didn't have to do any sort of reporting at all. Anyway, he was dealing in derivatives, or what they call contracts for difference, which is just pieces of paper, really. And it all came crashing down, and there was just billions of dollars lost, and several main, huge Wall Street banks were caught in it, including Credit Suisse and Nomura, and that they lost. They were underwriting this guy, and they lost billions of dollars. Anyway, the fallout of this is really, the full fallout's yet to be surfaced, really, yet to come to light. So that's all sort of happening in the background. We know that in the gold and silver markets, there's been huge manipulation by the globalists to hold the price of gold and silver down, and even just recently, the price of gold and silver has been pushed down from I think gold went from 1,900 down to 1,700 and something, and silver went from about $27 to under 25. Now that this is all happening with derivatives, paper trading stuff, doing all this. And if you go and try and buy physical silver, it's almost impossible to buy physical silver at the moment. Doesn't matter where you are. Like you know, if you try and, I'm in Australia obviously, and if you try and buy or get delivery of physical silver from the local mint over here, the Perth Mint, they just don't have it. They don't have any at all. So anyway, something else I wanted to show you. This site here is 7K Metals. It's a site that I've joined a few months ago, and you can see several of their really popular silver coins actually sold out. So even 7K Metals is sold out of some stock. However, they still do have quite a lot of stock, and the more popular silver coins, they don't trade during, like for example, the American Buffalo 1 ounce silver bars and the Buffalo 1 ounce silver rounds are extremely popular in the USA. They won't even trade them after hours, and obviously now being Easter weekend, it is after hours, so there's no indication of whether they have things in stock there or not. So normally you can buy things like this is what they commonly call a monster box. It has 500 common date silver maple leaf 1 ounce coins inside of it. That price there is extremely cheap. More recently was a bit over 18,300. They bring their prices up and down depending on the actual spot price of silver. And as I just said before, it's it was a bit under $25, 24 something. But once again, you can only trade and buy and sell these during trading hours over there in the USA. Okay. So to get back to our current situation, and why you should think seriously about actually even getting some precious metals, silver and gold, this fiasco of derivatives trading blowing up, and you know, this is mainstream media actually posting this. This is in the New York Post, right? The mainstream media very rarely actually print anything like this at all. However, this is so big that they couldn't hide it, so they've had to print it. And Bill Wang's Archegos family institution has lost billions. Well, they've lost billions, but they've also caused the brokers, the supporting brokers in that, to lose billions and billions of dollars. And so, like I said, the full fallout of that is still to come, still yet to be surfaced. But something else that's also happening is everybody knows about what's going on over in the White House, and Joe Biden printing absolutely trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. Started with the COVID stimulus plan, 1.9 trillion, and then it went on to a stimulus package, which is another 1.9 trillion dollars, and then it went on to a infrastructure package, supposedly designed to upgrade a lot of infrastructure in the USA, roads and bridges and schools and everything like that over there, creating jobs and everything like that. And that's, you know, come at a lazy little $3 trillion. So, yeah, 2 trillion there, 2 trillion here, 3 trillion there. What's that? $7 trillion. And it kind of rolls off the tongue really easily, but $7 trillion of extra paper currencies just sort of thrown into the market. Really, everybody is beginning to realise that cannot keep happening without affecting something. And the something it affects, of course, is the actual value of the actual currency itself. And this is the effect that it has, and has had since 1913, when the Federal Reserve was actually created. It was a benchmark. They called it a dollar there, and it was actually backed by gold originally. In fact, right up until 1971, it was still backed by gold, and even when it was backed by gold, you can see that the purchasing power of the US dollar was slowly declining. And then Richard Nixon removed the gold standard, or the gold backing of the dollar, and it just continued to actually excuse me, decline. Now in 2013 is worth about 5 cents. And I'd venture to say, you know, in comparison to what the dollar was in 1913, us here in 2021, it's probably only worth a couple of cents in comparison. And we can see that. We can see that. Everyday people can see it now in everyday life. When you go to the supermarket to get your weekly groceries, you know, you can see that you're paying more and more and more for your food. When you go and fill up your car with fuel, you're paying more and more for your fuel, and so this is the result of the endless money printing which has been going on for a long time now, and so there's going to have to be something like this, a global currency reset, or or the financial derivatives on the sideline, of course. But, you know, when you stand back and take an objective kind of 10,000 or 30,000 foot view of it all, everything that's going on, there just has to be a reset, a crisis, financial crisis or something, you know, going to happen, and the amount of money that Joe Biden is printing, you know, over there, and the rate at which he's doing it, and you know, this is not going to slow down. All these packages here have got different labels, but they're all just the same thing. It's all just printing money, just printing it out of thin air, and making helicopter money for companies and people. I won't get into which companies get it all, but that's another story. But anyway, so what can we do? What can we do to try and start protecting ourselves, or protecting our families and our family resources? And it appears that there's only 3 asset classes really that's going to be worth anything coming out the other side of this Armageddon we're all heading towards head first, and at a rapidly increasing rate the way they're going. But and the three assets really are land, cryptocurrency, and precious metals. If you have the capital to do it, you know, by all means go and buy some productive land that grows food of some sort. Productive land will always be in high demand and high value, and more importantly will support you and your family, and hopefully a few friends, through this whole crisis that's looming up. And cryptocurrencies, I'm a great fan of the cryptocurrencies, as you all know. However, the volatility that's really apparent in the cryptocurrency markets is not everybody's cup of tea. People buy a Bitcoin or a part of a Bitcoin, for example, and the next day or the next week or so, it has one of its dips and loses, 30 or 50%. It's pretty hard to stomach with any sort of confidence. I know at the moment that Bitcoin's up nearly at the $60,000 level. It seems to be a bit of a support and resistance line there, and it'll go through. It'll go higher for sure. There's no doubt about that. But volatility seems to be normal in the cryptocurrency markets, and so by all means, if you can stomach the volatility, it's a great place to be. However, the one that everybody can participate in through this particular opportunity here, which is 7K metals, and the one I've been involved in now for several months. This is an ideal way for, doesn't matter who you are, to be able to participate in this precious metals arena, so to speak. And I'll just show you here by clicking on the Getting Started button. When you want to get started, there's a couple of membership options available to you straight away. There's a standard membership that actually these memberships are great, and don't be put off by the cost of them by any means, because they have great value in them. For $200 you get 12 months of membership. So it gives you buyer certification training, it gives you collectors training, it gives you member direct pricing. Now this one is huge. It means that you get precious metals at dealer pricing, or just slightly above it. There's very little margin in it. You get some technology credits, which I'll explain in another video. You get a gen uncirculated coin, and all of this is like $400 of value for $200. And if you are in a position to buy a premium membership, then you get even more. All right, you get 12 months of technology credits, you get an MS70 coin, you get silver bullion, you get 4 wealth strategy books, 24 business cards, and the value of the $500 membership is actually $1,100. So that's the membership side of things. And the other side of the membership site is the membership in 7K Metals is what they call a monthly autosaver. Now this is fantastic. I've been in this monthly autosaver now for 5 or 6 months, and you kind of, everyone would like the idea of saving in silver, but people tend to kind of forget every month to do that, to go and get their silver coin, or they change some of their rapidly declining currencies, paper dollars, into something worth value. And so they have the monthly autosaver program here, which is fantastic. So they have 3 different levels here, and for $100 a month you get one 7K labelled Specialty Series MS70 Silver Eagle, or a standard 7K labelled Silver Eagle, delivered to your door. Alright? So it just arrives automatically every month. I've got half a dozen of these now, and in another video I'll explain what MS70 means, but MS70 is the highest mintage and flawless grade of silver coin that you can get. It's the very highest grade. Okay, these coins, when they run a run of coin, they only produce a very limited amount of the MS70 grade coin, and so you get a limited edition coin. And in the past, these have historically increased in value incrementally, actually, and they end up being worth obviously much more than the 1 ounce of silver that you get. So that's the basic package, only $100 a month. The variety package, you get a different MS70 or an equally awesome coin every month, and that's $140. And then there's also the specialty auto saver package, okay, which is a gold coin or a low mintage coin, okay. And so these options are available to you for you to choose. Personally, my budget didn't allow the premium or anything else down here. I just went with the standard and the basic, and I'm very glad I did, because I've got a foot in the door, and when I get in a position to upgrade my membership and my autosaver, I will be doing so. There's some really great videos that our particular team has produced about the benefits of all this, far better than what I've just explained to you here. And so I'll leave the links to those videos in the description below this video here for you to go and check out as well. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. Just a look at the overall world economic and fiscal currency situation, the derivatives, the money printing, everything. What can we do about it? Everybody can afford $100 a month, really. Even if you're on welfare, you can afford $100 a month to get an autosaver and start your precious metals saving journey. So we'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.